Hi ladies, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Welcome to day one of our brand spanking new visibility challenge. The last time I did a visibility challenge, it was the visible with video challenge. The time before that I did a visibility challenge, but this time we are going to be talking about something completely new. I literally went and got all new content to share with you guys today, this week for the visibility challenge. And so for those of you who are new to the group, who have joined the group because of the challenge, a huge welcome. The rest of you who've been in this group for a while, I'm happy to have you here on this challenge. I'm happy to see you engaging and reconnecting with you guys and getting you all revved up as we launch into a brand new year, a brand new chapter. And for you, this period of your life and of your business, it's about you becoming the icon, the impactful, the influential, the legendary woman you are meant to be. The person who is the go-to person in her industry, where when somebody's struggling with the issue you help to solve, they know they can come to you. And so I'm so happy that I'm able to do this challenge because I finally got my as you guys know, I moved, so my broadband finally got set up, and so I'm now ready to do this challenge with you guys. I'm so excited. So for those of you joining live, thank you for joining. For those of you watching the replay, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. I'm gonna cut right to the chase because I know those of you watching the replay want to catch the content, and I also don't want to hold you guys too long, even though I love being here with you. So in this challenge, it's a 5-day challenge, and each of these 5 days we're going to be talking about something specific that's going to help you to skyrocket your visibility in 2016. So whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay, type your comments, type your questions, let me know who you are, let me know where you're joining in from, so that I can celebrate with you and I can connect with you throughout this challenge. At the end of this challenge, I will be giving away something juicy where I will personally manage a part of your visibility for you. All right, and that's my gift to you guys. Throughout this challenge, I'll be sharing some of the resources I use that a lot of other entrepreneurs aren't aware of yet, because there are new resources coming out. So I will be sharing some of those with you, giving you guys some insights into some tools that I use with my visibility to get me making passive income, building my list, growing my community, and also getting new people knowing about me so I can get them, get new clients and stuff like that for my company. So I'm going to share those things with you guys, and I hope you're excited to learn about them because I'm excited to share them with you. All right, so here I have my notes for today. And so what we're going to be covering over the next 5 days, day one, which is today, we're going to be talking about your business audit. Because if you don't know where you are and you don't know where you're going, there's no way you can get there. Like, if you don't know that you're in Philadelphia and you want to go to Detroit, like, you won't know that you have to go west because you have no sense of direction. And so the first thing is we're going to look at clarity. And I know every time I do a challenge, the first thing I start off with is clarity. But this time around, it's a bit different. We're getting clarity on your brand. Clarity, we're doing a brand and a business audit to see if you are invisible online. Oh yeah, sorry guys. I was testing out my eyeliner. So I did a little art. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of cute. Anyway, I'm artistic sometimes. But yeah, so we're gonna look at your brand. We're gonna look at your presence to see if you're invisible online. Like, do people actually know you? What's going on with your brand, with your business? Are you online invisible? And we're gonna look at getting you clarity on what your essence is going to be, because when you step into that version of yourself, the best version of yourself, and you know who you are, you know what you stand for, you know what you do, you know what you're good at, you know why people should work with you, then you will show up in an easier way. You'll show up in a more joyful way, and people will be attracted to that. They'll be magnetized to that, right? So you want to step into that version of yourself. So that's what we're going to do today in day one. Tomorrow in day two, we're going to talk about social media, because listen guys, radio, TV, people don't really use those things as much anymore. Who here watches shows on YouTube or Netflix or Amazon Prime or some streaming service online? Type yes in the comments, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay. Say yes, I watch TV online if you do that. Now, if you've typed yes and you know that you're watching TV online, What that means is you are using the internet. And if you ever been to a restaurant and you look around while people are waiting for the waiter, everyone's on their phone texting. Everyone is taking pictures of the meal before they eat it, before they pray. Like everybody's like taking pictures, selfies here and there. Here guys, you can see some Christmas decorations, the lights, they aren't on right now. But yeah, people taking selfies, people like tweeting. People don't really tweet as much anymore, but anyway, Instagram, Snapchat, like all these different things. So on day 2 tomorrow, we're gonna talk about social media and how to be visible on social media, right? What platforms are up and coming, the most hot, like sizzling hot platforms, and how you can get in the game and be an early influencer and an early adopter, so that you can build a huge following for your brand in a short amount of time and become influential in a short amount of time, right? So that's what we're gonna talk about tomorrow in day 2. Day 3, we're going to talk about list building and how to actually be visible in a way where people want to give you their email. All right, because email marketing, even though it's slowing down, it's still one of the most important tools if you're running an online business and expecting to get sales from people, right? And an email marketing strategy is going to get you much further than just having a live stream strategy or just having a social media strategy. So we're going to talk about visibility in your list and how to get visible so people join your list. And on that day, I'm going to share with you guys something very special from one of my friends and one of my mentors, a landing page platform that I use where it's lifetime access, and I love this platform. I stopped using ClickFunnels, I stopped using lead pages because of this, and I'll share that with you on day 3 as well if you're interested in being a part of that community. And I say community because they really do have a community where you recommend what kind of changes you want. So I'm going to share that on day 3, list building, irresistible freebies, and how to get people joining your list by you being visible in your list, right? Talk about newsletters, solo mailers, all that good stuff. Then on day 4, we're going to talk about video, right? Look at me right here. I'm talking to you via video, right? If you guys, most people in this community will know that I have a program called Visible with Video, and most people have done that program. You know that I love to talk about video, right? So whether it's my YouTube channel, Facebook Live, Instagram video, like I love a good video. And so on day 4, we're going to talk about how to be visible with video. Of course, if you're interested in getting really in-depth, I'd suggest you get the program, because one day will not cover as much as the full program, but I'm still going to give you some tips on day 4. So stay tuned for that. And then on day 5, we're going to talk about how to be consistent with your videos. Because what I realized, not videos, with your visibility. Because what I realized is, you know, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Okay, so if somebody doesn't see you being consistent, then you seem shifty, right? So for me, even when I was moving and stuff, I was like, oh my God, I need to be online, I need to be consistent, right? Because I knew I was moving. So even if it was to post once a day, even if it was to tap into some Wi-Fi somewhere in the middle of the street in Milan and like, hey guys, I'm in Milan, you know, I had to do something, because being consistent is key, right? When people see you being consistent, they know, like, and trust you, and they will want to invest in your services. Okay, my phone is going to die, so let me plug this in really quickly. Hold on. Yeah. Oops. Get you juiced up. Awesome. So she's all juiced up now. As you heard that. Doing that though right now. Anyway. So yeah. So you want to be consistent. So day 5, we're going to talk about how to be consistent, because I know a lot of people, maybe you've started being visible, maybe you've started doing video, maybe you've started posting, but maybe you are falling off the wagon. And so that's why on day 5, we're going to talk about how to be consistent. So get your pen and your paper. If you are watching the replay, pause this, go get your book, go get your pencil, because we're going to talk about your audit. All right, how invisible are you, how visible are you, and what can you do to tweak this, and how can you lead yourself into visibility, being visible. So I hope you have your pen and paper. If you have to get some water, get some water. Here I have my Evian. Refreshing. Anyway, so the first thing in your audit, you want to be really honest with yourself. Are you invisible online? Okay, are you invisible? Are you #invisible? Do people know you exist, or are you so invisible that even if you were giving away something for free, people wouldn't even know if it's for them because they don't even know who you are? Be really honest with yourself. So that's the first thing, becoming honest with yourself. But once you've become honest with yourself and you see, even if you think you're visible, because I have people in this group who they post every week, you know, I see you in other groups, I see you engaging, but are you giving your best? Are you giving 100%? Are you giving are you being the version of yourself that you are capable of being? Or are you playing smaller than you can? Are you giving 100%? For real, like, think about it. Are you giving 100%? Can you do more? Can you give more? Right? And so I want you to sketch out for me, because we're gonna do that now. We're gonna sketch out your brand audit, right? And these are some things that I've learned from some of my recent mentors. Hold on, so I'm gonna turn you guys into my paper here. Hope you can see that. Okay, hopefully you can see the paper. So I'm gonna draw what I want you to do here. So I want you to draw a circle in the middle. This circle represents you, all right? Okay, this circle represents you. Then you're gonna draw a box at each corner of the paper or of your circle. Okay? And what we're doing here, we are building out your brand identity. Now, this is something that I actually learned from one of my mentors, which is Ryan Dice. So I'm not taking credit for this. I did not invent this. I did tweak it to match this niche, which is you guys. But here you can see we have a square, a square, a square, a square, and a circle. So this is you. Okay, this circle represents you. You can put your eyes, you can put your smiley face, you can draw your hair. This represents you. Okay, so that's you. Now, in each of these squares, it will be one part of what your brand will represent. So one part is going to be what I like to call your prominent trait. Prominent, write that down. Prominent. One box is going to be your follow-up trait. Okay. Another one is going to be your vulnerabilities, because, you know, we all have weaknesses, we all have imperfections, abilities. And then the last one is going to be your musts, the things that you have to do. So while I'm sharing this with you, I'm going to share with you what mine were. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so I want every person to draw this. And if you are participating in this challenge, I want that once you've done this, I want you to take a screenshot and post it in the comments, okay? Because for every person who posts something or comments or engages, for every activity that you participate in, you will get a point. And at the end of the week, I'm going to add up everybody into, you know, all the points and stuff and do the giveaways. So here you have the prominent, here you have your vulnerabilities, here you have your musts, and here you have your follow-up traits. So in your prominent trait, this is where you're going to put the things that who you are as a person, right? Who you are as a person, what you represent, the things your personality, the strongest parts of your personality. So for me, when I did this activity with my mentor, I wrote inspiring, and this is just something that's gonna help guide you as you're going through, okay? So for me, I put inspiring, I put vibrant, I put young, outgoing, loving, okay? So you want to write all the traits that are really a strong part of your personality, and I want you to circle the one that's the strongest of all. So for me, I put inspiring as the strongest of all. The reason I did this was because while I was doing this activity, I remember talking to my sister earlier that day, and she was like, oh my god, Chanel, you inspire me so much. If I didn't talk to you, you know, and I was saying to myself, but it comes so natural. Like, I don't even realize that I'm inspiring people. I'm just sharing my point of view and sharing my thoughts. And maybe that's you as well. So for me, it was inspiring. So I want you to circle whatever your main trait is. You can brainstorm and jot down a few, and then you circle the one that's the biggest, most important one for you. Now, once you've done that, and again, if you're watching the replay, pause and go through this activity. Now, the follow-up trait is that secondary trait that it may not be your most prominent trait, but it's your secondary trait. Hi Katana, hi darling. I'm here doing an activity showing you guys how to do your audit, because if you're going to be visible and if you want to see if you're invisible online, you need to understand where you are coming from so you can establish where you're going to go. So today, this is what we're talking about, your brand and your business audit. We're looking at clarity and your niche. And then tomorrow we're going to look at social media. Day 3, we're going to look at list building and irresistible freebies. Day 4, we're going to look at video. And day 5, we're going to look at how to be consistent. So this is what we've done so far, Katana. So if you get your paper and you draw a circle in the middle, and then you're going to put 4 boxes around it, okay? That's what you're going to do. So the first box is your prominent trait, the personality trait that you have that's the strongest. So for me, I put inspiring, because that came out for me when I did this activity. The second one is going to be your follow-up trait. What's that next thing that is a part of your personality? Okay, hi darling, thank you. I'm so glad that you're participating. Awesome. Get your paper, get your pen. Let's do this, girl. Let's do this. So your secondary trait is going to be the thing that comes naturally to you second, right? And so for me, I put youthful, vibrant, and outgoing. Now the reason I put these were because in here I already put inspiring, vibrant, youthful, outgoing. I put them in number 1, but since inspiring was the primary, I put the others in the secondary. And I mean, just come along with me, guys, because once we go through this, you're going to understand why you're doing this and why it's going to help you to be visible, okay? It's going to help you to be so much more visible. So for me, vibrant, okay? Because then when you are showing up online, this is a part of how you show up. When I show up online, the fact that my personality trait, the first one is inspiring and the second one is vibrant, then when I come online to be visible, I tap into these keywords. Inspiring. I share content that's going to inspire people, motivate people, uplift people, right? But then I'm not just, because you have different forms of inspiring. You have inspiring that talk about meditation. You have inspiring that talks about the stars and the law of attraction. And then you have me, which is like, yes, girl, you can do this, which is the vibrant, right? So this is why we're doing this audit, guys, because when you know what your primary is and you know what your secondary is, it's going to help you a lot when you're becoming visible online, because you'll know how to show up. When you know that your primary trait is inspiring or sexy or spiritual or whatever that is for you, you'll know what kind of posts to write. You'll know what kind of pictures to post. You'll know what kind of videos, how to talk. You'll be able to be yourself, but you'll have much more structure when creating content that is going to attract your ideal audience, okay? Now, once you've gotten your prominent down and you've gotten your follow-up trait down, then we're gonna go to the vulnerabilities, okay? The weaknesses, the pains, the things that we aren't so proud of, the things we try to hide, the things that are not necessarily the shadow self, the shadow side of ourselves, the side of ourselves that we try to play small or that society tells us we should not be, right? So for me, when I did this, I'm moody. I'm a moody person, okay? I'm honest, right? Moody, bossy. And I wrote this one down because I remember talking to my man and I was saying to him, can you do this, babe, do this? And I was telling him to do something and he's like, you're so bossy. And I'm like, you're right, I am bossy. And I embrace that. It's a vulnerability, it's a weakness, it's a flaw. But when I am teaching or when I'm being visible, I'm able to give people tips. Like, step 1. Step 2, there's a structure there. So even though it's bossy and it's a weakness and it's a flaw, when you know these weaknesses, you can use them in your visibility to help you to stand out even more. Because who else is going to be inspiring and vibrant and bossy? Right? Other people may have these character traits as well, but there's nobody who's going to do you the way you do you. So even if it's a vulnerability, a flaw, a weakness, then do that, right? Another vulnerability I wrote was I talk a lot. I talk a lot. Okay? So what that told me was when I'm visible, I should do webinars, I should do videos, I should do like podcasts, things where I get to talk a lot. Because when I was growing up, I remember having people say, oh my God, she talks so much, and they didn't want to be my friend and whatever. Yeah. Now I get to be my own boss and they work for someone else, so who cares? Right? But at that time, I felt so bad because I'm like, people judge me for talking a lot and being a talker. Now I can use that vulnerability in my marketing, in my branding. I talk a lot, yes, so I do webinars, okay? I love to teach, right? I can be a motivational speaker, all these kinds of things because of that weakness. Now, of course, all weaknesses, we should still take them into context. It doesn't mean that I should go on and rant for days. There's still supposed to be balance. But when I know what it is, I can use that in my visibility. Okay, I can use that when I'm being visible. And so number 3 is going to be your must. What is a must for you? What is that thing that you have to do? Like if you leave this earth and you did that thing, you knew your life meant something. And so for me, that is changing the world. Changing the world, that's a must for me. If I am doing work and I don't see transformation in people's lives, I feel like I'm wasting my time. Okay? And so for me, in number 4, in box number 4, what is your must? What is your must? Right? What is that for you? And it can be whatever that is for you, whether it could be financial freedom, whether it's time freedom, whether it's being able to spend time with your kids, whether it's being able to buy your house, like have a mortgage and stop paying rent, or buy a car, or, you know, whatever that is for you, you get to choose. So my must was to change the world. Okay? So I write like chicken scratch katana, and all you other ladies watching the replay. So yeah, so up here in the prominent, inspiring is my main personality trait. The second one is vibrant, kind of crazy. Up here, when I had my vulnerabilities, I'm bossy and I love to talk. And then my must is that I must change the world. I must do something that impacts other people's life. Like I feel, and I remember just recently, I was wondering to myself, why is this so important to me? And I realized that when I was 15 and my mom passed away, when I lost my mom, at my mother's funeral, there were bus loads of people who came to her funeral, and I just remember them walking up to me and saying, oh my God, your mom changed my life. I had people who said to me, oh, I was gonna commit suicide and your mom was the reason that I didn't do it. And even as a young woman walking in the streets, people would stop me because I look just like twins. So I'd be walking on the road and people would stop me. Are you Miss Stewart's daughter? My gosh, that woman changed my life and stuff. So I remember thinking to myself, if I could die and touch people's life, like, do you understand that she changed these people's lives? So I thought to myself, that's a must for me, to change people's lives. That contributed to why I became a social worker, that contributed to why I became a coach, why I started my business, and why I do the work I do. So get clear on what that is for you, okay? Get clarity on this, because when you have this, you don't have to wonder, what kind of videos am I going to post? What kind of Facebook post should I do? What should I call my business or my brand or whatever? Because you know it's right here. It's in you. Let it out and let's embrace it. So that's the first thing. Now, again, Katana, I'm having a giveaway. Ladies watching the replay, ladies watching live, I'm having a giveaway. So all the people who participate, you go, you do the activity, you take a screenshot or a photo of it and you post it in the comments or post it in the group and share your takeaways, because when you participate, for every time you participate, you get points. And then at the end of the day, I'm going to be having giveaways for the women who participate the most. All right? Now that you've done that, the next thing that we're going to do, because again, guys, this, as I told you, this is new training, new things. I've never covered this content before. The next thing I want you to do is think about your mission. Okay, what is your mission? And your mission is supposed to be something that is measurable. Okay, now I know in the feminine online entrepreneurial world, we don't like to set these kinds of hard, tangible goals. But I can tell you that when I set goals this year, I actually achieved them. While the year before, 2015, I wasn't setting that many goals. Hold on, guys. I'm just making sure that my phone doesn't on charge. I wasn't setting that many goals, and I didn't meet them because I didn't have an expectation. And this is also something I learned from another one of my mentors, which is Dawn Clark, and it's something called the domino effect. So when you set up your 5-year goal or your 5-year mission for your business, or your 3-year mission, then you can say, what is the first step I need to take to get there? Okay, so what I want you to do is really think about, what is your mission? What is your mission? And again, for each one of these activities that you do, you get a point. So the more things you do, the more points you get. Okay, so the first one is to do this activity here. The second one is your mission. What is your mission? So for me, my mission is that within the next 5 years, I will touch 700 entrepreneurs' lives. Okay, I will help 700 entrepreneurs to become visible. Now, what that says to me is, if my mission is to touch 700 people's business women, businessmen, men as well, business owners' lives, and help them to become visible. And as a matter of fact, let me read for you word for word. I want to help 700, hold on, let me read it to you word for word what I have here. So my mission is to help 700 small businesses with big hearts, okay, to become visible online. To help 700 small businesses with big hearts to become visible online. And this is my 5-year goal. So at the end of 5 years, how will I know that I was successful? When I count up how many people I helped, whether through a course, through one-on-one coaching, through done-for-you services, and I count it up and I get to 700. That's when I know that I hit my mission. So what is your mission? What is the thing that in 5 years you're gonna know you got there? So now that I know what the goal is for 5 years, then I can backtrack, right? My reindeer. I can backtrack. Now, if I want to help 700 people within the next 5 years, what is the next step? The next step may be to host a course, to do a course. So then what does that mean? I'm going to be visible with the aim of launching a group program. Okay, so when you know what your mission is, you get to create action steps based on your truth and not based on what society says you should do, like, oh, go hire go get a one-on-one client. Because maybe that's not what you want to do. Maybe you want to host a retreat. Maybe you want to host a live event, right? Maybe you want to be a speaker and you want to host a live event. Maybe you want to be an author and you want to write a book and sell it to X number of people. Like, what is your mission, right? So mine is to touch 700 small businesses with big hearts. They have to be catalysts. They have to be people with big hearts. It's not just about the money for them. They have to actually care. They have to have like a passion about it. So those are my people. 700 of them, I'll be helping them in the next 5 years. Now, I said 700 because, again, it's also realistic. I know I can help way more than that. But this way I can give true support and not just trying to be about the numbers. This way I can actually really help them. I mean, when I pass 700, I will say yes, woohoo, and celebrate. But I know that I know 700 is hands down gonna happen, no doubt. So what is your mission? And I want you to share that. So you can either share it in the post or you can post in the group and share it with us separately, whether you want to do a video or whether you want to just do a post, a text post and share, or an image post or graphic or whatever. Share with us your mission. That's the second thing. Okay, so it must be measurable. Period. Notice that's the bossy side of me coming out. It must be measurable, girls. Get it? And then the third activity that I want you to do today for your audit is, what are your beliefs? Okay, what are your system of beliefs? Right? And again, this is things that I've learned from other mentors and stuff. So none of this I've pulled from literally 7 different multi-millionaire entrepreneurs that I've worked with one-on-one or worked with in groups, and I've pulled and I've created this challenge so that you can have the knowledge that I've gained in the past 3 years almost. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, 3 years, of 2.5 to 3 years of being an entrepreneur. So I'm pulling all of this and I'm putting it in this challenge for you guys because I want to see you thrive in 2017. I don't want you to be held back anymore. It's your time and let's make this happen for you. So the third thing is, what are your beliefs? What are your system of beliefs? And so I want you to write down 5 to 10 beliefs that represent you and your business and what you stand for. Because when you know this, when you show up on a live stream or when you show up in a webinar or when you do a post in a Facebook group, you are going by these beliefs. You don't have to try to figure out, oh my God, what am I going to post today? No, you know it because you have your system of beliefs. So for me, here are my system of beliefs. I'm going to be very open with you guys and share them with you. So all of what I'm sharing with you are things that I do for my business. And I'm going into a new year in 2017. So I am doing my audit. Like, what have I accomplished? What can I change? How can I grow? And so what I'm sharing with you here are things that I actually use. I'm not giving you some cookie cutter thing that I don't use and that I've just read about. I've actually done all this for myself and they've helped me to really, really, really launch my business and really get more visible. So hi, Keisha. Welcome, darling. Thank you for being here. Hey. So when you're writing your system of beliefs, the first thing, my beliefs, so here are my beliefs. So Keisha, you missed a good portion. You missed like the first part of this training. So if you can, darling, go back and watch the replay because I'm having giveaways. When I add up all the points, I'm giving away stuff to all the women who went through and did all the parts of the challenge. So the first thing I did, as I shared with Katana, was we did this activity where we drew up your business audit, your personality traits, follow-up trait, your musts and your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities. So get that, girl, go do that. And then we also did your mission, right? And I shared my mission, which is to help 700 small businesses with big hearts. Don't worry, girl, don't worry. You still catch the last part, which is still good. It's still gonna be some good stuff. So my statement of beliefs, and I want you to really think about, what do you believe? What do you believe? What does your business represent? Mine was, technology is here, get with it. That's number one. Number two is, no one can work with you if they don't know you, okay? Because remember, my thing is to help 700 businesses become visible online, right? 700 small businesses with big hearts become visible online. So my first belief is, technology is here, get with it. Get with it. And so when you know your statement of beliefs, you and this is my mascara that I was testing on my hands, so sorry guys, I'm artistic. But when you have your statement of beliefs and you come on social media to post or to talk to someone, or you have a live event, or you want to work with someone one-on-one, these are the things that guide you and push you and help you to create content and help you to have a message. Because if you don't have a message, what will you share, right? You want to have a message. And so your beliefs, the 5 to 10 beliefs, are the things that are going to help to create your message. So my first one is, technology is here, get with it. The second one is, no one can work with you if they don't know you. The third one is, you can be your best self. When you become your best self, you create a better world. Okay? And the reason, again, I'm saying this is one of my beliefs, is because I want to help small businesses with big hearts. So women and men, entrepreneurs who have big goals, big dreams, big visions, right? So when you become your best self, you create a better world. Number 4, care for your customers. Period. Care for people. Actually care. Actually, like, check up on them, like, follow up with them, ask them, ask, how are they doing? Care. That goes a long way. And I can say, when I hit 10K months, when I hit my first 10K month, like, that was because I was caring. I literally was just checking up and saying, like, how are you doing? How is business? How is life? How are your kids? How is your how is everything going? Right? And actually being there to support people, right? It's called good customer service, guys. Keisha says, yes, I want to inspire globally through speaking. Yes, Keisha. Listen, girl, you need to go back and listen to the first half of this training, and then you will see when you're creating your mission, because that's a good mission right there. And I want it to be even more specific, Keisha. I want you to, in 5 years, to know, did I accomplish this? Yes or no. Like, make it specific. And all the ladies watching the replay, make it specific. So add some numbers in there, like whatever that is for you, but you need to know that you touched X amount of people's lives. And I can share this with you because I had a goal that I was going to become a world-renowned motivational speaker by October 31st, 2016. And I set this goal 5 years ago. Now, that was a good goal, but it was still vague. But did I achieve it? Yes. This group is a global community, and I speak to you guys every day. So it can be vague. Now, what you want to do is get really specific. What does it mean to you to inspire globally through speaking? Because that could mean you do a webinar and there are 10 women and each of them are from a different country. Is that what you mean? Or do you want to touch more lives? Like, how many people? Like, get more specific. So, amen. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Yes, Keisha. Yes, absolutely. So, number 4, my 4th belief is to care. Give a crap. Actually care about people. Follow up with them. Care. Period. No excuses. No questions. Just do it. Number 5 is engagement. Engagement is way better. Oh, okay, I write like chicken scratch, guys. I don't know if you can see this, but I write really horribly. So I can barely make up my own handwriting, but it's my belief, so I can kind of understand what I meant here. Engagement is way better than empty numbers. So yes, you want to be visible. Right now, there are 2 people joining live, and there are 200 and plus people in this group. And I know some people are going to watch the replay, some people are not. But I don't care about the number. I care about the engagement. So right now, Keisha is here. She's engaging. Right now, Katana is here. She's engaging. Right now, if somebody else pops on live, they're going to be engaging. So it's not just about the numbers, ladies. It's also about engagement. So that's something that I push a lot. Engagement is way more important than just watching the numbers. And I learned this back when I was practicing social work, when I was working in Jamaica as a social worker. And I remember having a program where I personally was responsible for 600 inner city youth, but we had the entire program, if you count all the arms, had around 6,000 persons signed up, registered students, registered participants. But how many of those 6,000 were actually active, were engaging, were participating in the program? And so the funders would look and say, oh yes, they signed up 6,000 people, yay, our money is being well spent. But the truth was that 6,000 people were not getting the support that they needed. It was probably half of that. So engagement is more important than numbers. Keisha says, I'm going to do a mind map on all my goals. Yes, girl, because listen, the reason I'm doing this challenge is because I want you ladies to step into 2017 bigger, better, living up to your goals, like living up to your potential and really, really shining and thriving. All right, no more mediocre. I want you guys to thrive. So my sixth belief is be you, period. Be you. Just be you. So for me, as I shared earlier when we did this activity, here I shared my vulnerabilities. Right? So being you is not just about being the good parts of yourself. It's about being the bad parts as well. So here, I'm moody. I'm bossy. I talk a lot. Yeah, but I'm being myself. When I'm being visible, I'm showing up as me. And I understand that the people who don't like this or who aren't attracted to it, they'll leave the group. But the ones who don't mind, they're still here. Okay? So be you. Your true tribe will be attracted to that because God created you as you for a reason. And he knows that the people who need to hear your message need to receive it from you just as you are, not you being someone else. And this was also something that took me a long time to learn because, again, when I started coaching, I had a mentor and I thought that I had to be like her. I thought that just because she spoke about luxury and just because she spoke about 5-star this and 5-star that, I thought I had to do that. When the truth was, I love to travel and I love adventure. And that wasn't my priority, right? It was important. It was nice. I loved it. I liked it. I like it. I do still like it. But it's not the priority. It's not it's not the only reason I'm here. Excuse me. It's not the only reason I'm here. So number 6 is be you. Don't be afraid to be you. Number 7, no perfection needed. Okay? No perfection needed. You don't have to be perfect. Yes, I come on here and I have my mascara on and I have my lipstick, my lip gloss and hair fleek out and everything. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that, right? I personally, if you guys watch the videos in this group from April, May, June, you will see that I was much slimmer versus summer when I moved back to Italy and I was eating a lot of pasta and I put on some weight. I could say, oh no, I'm too chubby, I'm not going to go on live stream. I don't care. I don't have to be perfect. I'm here to share a message and the people who need to hear the message will receive the message. Right? So you don't have to be perfect. So number 7, no perfection needed. Number 8, rise and lift others. So many times people think there's competition. If you rise or if you succeed, then there's not enough room for other people. The truth is that the top is very sparse. The bottom is crowded. So you can rise and you can bring people with you, because when you bring people with you, there's tons of space up at the top for all of us. Right? So rise and lift others, not or. Rise and lift others. The next one is that life is good. That's my next belief. Life is good. Right? Yeah, we talk about politics and government and crime and all the things that are happening in the world that are negative. Oh, Keisha got cut off. Don't worry, darling. I still see you here on message. Hopefully you can catch the replay and you'll get to see all of this good stuff anyway, darling. But thank you for your message. Yeah, thank you for your message. The next belief I have is life is good. So if you attract, you get what you expect. And I've heard this from T.D. Jakes. I've heard this from Tony Robbins. I've heard this from all the guru, shuru people who know it all in the industry. And it's true. You get what you expect. Okay? You get what you expect. So if you expect that life is good, life will be good. So it's hard, I know, but just keep telling yourself that until you believe it. The next one, I have lost count. I have a lot of beliefs, but these are the core beliefs. So I could literally do a webinar on each one of these. I could do a Facebook post on each one of these. I could do a Facebook live on each one of these, but they're all important. They're all core beliefs for me and my mission. Okay. So the next one is people buy from people. Okay. People buy from people. So be a human being, be vulnerable, care, be open, be receptive, share, laugh, have a personal, like, be yourself. Just show up and be yourself, because people buy from people, not just people. People buy from people. Okay, people they know, like, and trust, but at the end of the day, they're buying from people. Okay, like when I moved into this apartment, we did on that day, we did probably like 4 or 5 viewings. Okay, and the reason we took this one, and it was the last one we took, actually I saw somewhere else that I liked more than this place, but I took this place because the landlord was nice. Can you believe that? Why? Because people buy from people. The other place was like, oh yeah, fill out this form, blah blah blah, yeah, and then you can move in next week. The landlord was like, he was making jokes with us, he had a personality, and I'm like, okay, I'll give you my money all day, sign the contract, right? So people buy from people. The next one is do it or don't. Do it or don't. Don't be half in. No lukewarm. No, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then you don't. No, you either do it or you don't. That's it. You either do it or you don't. You're in or you're out. Make your mind up. No teeter-tottering around. No indecisiveness. It's yes or no. Do it or don't. No trying. Do it or don't. Do it or don't. So be visible or just hide. Don't say, oh, I'm going to be visible, and then you don't. No. Be of your word. And if you're going to be visible, be visible. If you're going to do something, do it. Do it or don't. That's it. And then I have 3 more. I'm going to try to go through this quickly. The next one is go all in. Give 100%. No half-hearted efforts allowed. Similar to do it or don't. So go all in. Give 100%. So for me, I'm here showing up for this video, and you are all I care about right now. Okay? I'm all in with you guys. So if you're doing it, 100%. When I get on the phone and I coach my clients, I'm all in 100%. When I have my group coaching programs and I'm coaching people in groups, I go all in and I'm present for those people. Same with you. Go all in. Give 100%. No half-hearted efforts. Do it. Just be there. Okay? Next one is life is short. Live it. And I know sometimes people think, oh, life is short. Stop saying that. It's so common to say that. But the reason I have that as one of my core beliefs is, again, because of what happened to me at 15 when I lost my mother. And that taught me that life was short. But you get to live it. You get to choose how you spend the days that you're given. You get to choose how many people's lives you change and how many lives you touch or not, right? It's up to you. So life is short, but you get to live it. So that's the next belief. And then the last one is take action, no excuses. Take action, no excuses. And I remember being I know what it was. I was working with one of my clients recently, and she was supposed to be making a sales page, and she was saying, oh my God, this sales page is driving her nuts because it's taking days. And I remember being there and feeling that way as well. But the truth is, you have to just take action. At the end of the day, she had to just create it and do it, and just no more excuses. Done is better than perfect. Get it out the way. Do it. Take action. No excuses. So those are my core beliefs. So now I want you to write what are your 5 to 10 beliefs. Okay? What are the 5 to 10 system of beliefs that will govern you as you are visible, that will govern you as you are showing up as the expert in your field, or as the influencer or the impactful woman, or as you're showing up as this person? What are the messages that you have for yourself? And so now that, let's recap, because we've covered a lot. We've covered quite a lot. Hope you guys have been taking notes, whether you're watching live or the replay. So the first thing we did was we did a business audit. We saw where you were and how visible you were. And here we had you in the center, your primary traits, your follow-up traits, your musts, and your vulnerabilities, because this will help you to know how to show up online. You get to be yourself 100%. Then we helped you to create your mission, your 5-year goal, which is your mission. It must be measurable and tangible, something that when you get there, you'll know, oh my God, I did it. I achieved it. Yes. Okay. and then you can work your way back and build up to see, okay, if that's my goal, what's the first step, or what's my next step to get there? Okay. And then the last thing we did was, what are your statement of beliefs? What are the system of beliefs that you follow and that govern you as you are going out there and being visible, and as you're creating your empire and your business and your influence and your legacy, and you know, what is that thing for you? What are those beliefs for you? And then I'm going to throw in a bonus, because I love giving you guys bonus tips for day one. The bonus is connect with your niche. So go out, interview your potential clients. People who are, if you're working with moms, go and say, hey guys, are you a mom who is going through this? I would love to talk to you. Interview them, talk to them, find out from them what it is they're struggling with, what it is they want your support with, what it is they want to hear more of from you, how much they're willing to pay, like what kind of packages would work for them. Like really connect with them, because then when you're visible, you have complete clarity on who you are, what your mission is, and you also have clarity on the impact you're going to make on those people's lives, because you know what they actually desire from you and what they're struggling with and how you can help them. So yeah, so that's the bonus tip. Go reach out to people. If you are a relationship coach and you work with women who've gone through a divorce and they're looking to find love again, are you a woman who's gone through a divorce and you're looking to find love again? I would love to talk to you. And I mean, you can always give them something free in exchange, a free session or a free PDF in exchange, and ask them, you know, to help you out a bit. You interview them, or you can do a survey and give them that survey and ask them to fill it out, so you can get some advice from them and information from them. These things are very masculine structures, and a lot of corporate people do these things, you know, audits and mission statements and, you know, market research, but there's a reason they do it, because it actually works. And so if we are women entrepreneurs, or whether you're, you know, whether you're watching this video replay on a YouTube or something, if you're an entrepreneur, you are a business person, and for you to have a successful business, you need to have structures in place. And so these things will only support you to become more visible. So thank you so much, guys. Again, let me recap quickly and let me tell you what we're going to cover tomorrow. Tomorrow, we will look at social media. We're going to look at the different platforms. We're going to look at, and I'm going to try to see if I can do, instead of just live streaming from Facebook Live, I'm going to try to do it from my laptop and do a, like an actual training where I show you some of the platforms and how to use them and give you some tips. So how to grow your Instagram, Facebook groups, Facebook ads, you know, like paid social media as well, because those work really well too. Day 3, we're going to look at irresistible freebies, how to be visible in your freebie. And so that's why it's important to also understand your niche, because then you'll know what kind of freebies that you can create that will be irresistible, that get you to be more visible. Put yourself out there without fear of rejection, without fear of judgment, but showing up as you and being comfortable doing that. Day 4, we're going to look at video, because everybody loves video. Hello, I love video. And then day 5, we're going to look at how to be consistently visible, because that's what's going to, in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, we have a saying, every mickle make a muckle, which means, or one cocoa fill basket, which basically means a little drop eventually will create a big cup of water. You know what I mean? Like a little and a little and a little can turn out to be a lot at the end of the day. So consistency is key, and we're going to look at that on day 5. So if you enjoyed this, invite a friend to the group, invite them, tag them in the comments so that they can watch this as well and get this content as well. I'm so happy to have you guys here. I'm so happy that I got my fiber optic 100 megabytes per second broadband internet so that I can live stream to you guys again like I used to do before. So I'm so glad that I'm able to do this now. Any questions? Do you guys have any questions? Whether you're watching live or the replay, type your questions in the comments and I'll be here to answer. And again guys, post in the group or post in the comments and I will be adding up the points for you guys. So if you don't have any questions, I'm going to hop off, but I'll give you a chance just in case. This chair is so like I can rock in the chair, you know, it's cool. But anyway, yeah, so what questions do you have? If you don't have any questions, I'm going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kisses, peace, and love to you. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.